What's up, folks? Welcome back to part 43 of Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire. Last time, we got through Victory Road. This time, let me show you what's going on. So in between episodes, I took the liberty to train off screen. I think I overleveled a little bit. As you can tell, we have all Pokemon level 50. Goro and Chubbs got to the highest of levels, and then Bran. Those three seem to be the most useful during my run through. I was surprised. I actually expected Hariyama to be really crap, but he's pretty good. I'll show you. I got some different moves as well. I added Brick Break and Earthquake to Hariyama. Brick Break's pretty good for the third member, and it can take out actually the first and the third. Pretty much Hariyama will be the main guy who's going to be rolling through fighters. Oh, why did I hit back? Or through Pokemon rather. Let's see. Flygon, I didn't really change much. I just got rid of Dragon Breath for Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw you can find in Meteor Falls, up past one of the cool trainers on like the second floor. You need Waterfall to get to it. So that's kind of neat. He also has better. Why do I keep exiting? He has better special, or he has better attack than special attack, so that'll be more useful. With Goro, Cacturn, I gave him the black glasses instead of the Miracle Seed because I'm not going to actually be using Needle Arm all that much. Feint Attack, even though it's only 60 base power, is going to be infinitely more useful. So that's kind of cool. And then we have Grumpig. I got rid of Psy Beam or Psy Wave for Psychic. I found that, actually no, he learned that automatically. I did find the Psychic TM. I went back into Victory Road to check on any items I missed. I found the Psychic TM, so Grumpig actually won't be that useful. He's actually really trash. It was hard to actually raise him. How many times am I going to say actually? It was hard to raise him to level 52 because he can't really beat anybody in Elite Four. Oh, Surf. Here we go. Bran is pretty neat. His attack stat is pretty good, but we're actually using more for special attack. His Surf and Ice Beam are going to be the keys to victory for us. I gave him the Ice Beam TM. I can't remember where I found that. We had that for a while though. And last but not least, Swalot. Also not that useful, but his Sludge Bomb will come in handy on the first first member. And he has a Quick Claw just in case. When I was training, the Quick Claw really didn't seem to come in handy too much, but you know, it's there just in case. And that's basically that. I'll also show you just the money situation. Going through training, it did give me enough to kind of keep replenishing Hyper Potions. What I would do is I would just run through, fast forward, run through each gym or each Elite Four member which I couldn't fight anymore, and then, you know, just not using potions. But I spent, like I said in the last episode, I spent all my money on potions and revives and whatnot. So we have 58 Hyper Potions, 28 revives. I found a Max Elixir in Victory Road. I also used a couple PP ups on some different moves. We're actually going to use that on Ice Beam again. I already used it. Used the PP up twice, but you never have too many Ice Beams. Got a Max Revive, a Max Ether I found, and also some of the stuff that I remember putting into my PC. I think around the Laveridge Town episode, like the Ethers and whatnot. I took those out, so now we have Ethers. So we shouldn't run out of PP. It should be good to go. But with no more further ado, without further ado, that's what I want to say. We're gonna head on in. These guys just kind of step aside. I think we went through this last time. And here we go. I'm gonna try not to fast forward because I've been fast forwarding a lot these past few days. Actually, let's go and prepare. Yeah, this is good. This is good. We're gonna start with Chubbs. Chubbs, like I said, he's gonna be the key to victory here. This guy, Sydney, won't. He could give you a run for your money, but with Chubbs, it's no biggie. Welcome, Challenger. I'm Sid. I love the music, by the way. It's like so hype that they have their own music as soon as you talk to them. Welcome, Challenger. I'm Sydney of Elite Four. I like that look you're giving me. I guess you'll give me a good match. That's good. Looking real good. All right, you and me. Let's enjoy a battle that can only be staged here in the Pokemon League. Here we go. I love these little high resolution, but not really blow ups of the characters. It's kind of neat. And does he? Oh no, he doesn't move in this one. It's only in Emerald, I guess. Alright, so he leads with Mightyena. We know how to deal with Mightyenas thanks to Archie and the whole Team Sapphire, or Team Aqua. And funny enough, Intimidate does not do a darn thing to Chubbs. He's going to outspeed Mightyena, and he's going to one-shot Mightyena. So yeah, I think that I overloaded a little bit, so this might be a little bit of a sweep. I didn't intend for that to happen, but when I was going through fighting the Elite Four, I could only really use Chubbs, Goro, and eventually Bran once we got to a later Elite Four member. So it was kind of tough because I wanted to train everyone like Swalot. This is I'll show you here with Shiftry, and Sydney also has a Cacturn. He got some good experience off of them. And this never happened. He'd always hit on the first one. He's probably going to die here because Shiftry's extra sensory. But oh, that's not bad at all. Oh my god, come on now. But yeah, Swalot really didn't have much of a chance to show off, and so with that he only got up to level 51. Same thing with Grumpig. He just isn't. I thought his special attack was better. It really isn't. It's really trash. Oh, lucky critical hit. That, for the most part, Sludge Bomb does one-hit KO. It's not a guarantee though against Shiftry. At least in my run-throughs of this, he might be high enough where it will. It will definitely one-shot Cacturne though, so that's nice. But this is pretty much the only time you're going to see Swalot. He's not really useful anywhere else because most of the other Elite Four members, their Pokemon either have really great defenses or Swalot's attack just isn't anything to really snap at. So kind of unfortunate. But here we go. Pooh, this is where he got a lot of his experience as well, just running through. Anytime Sharpedo showed up, Pooh's coming out. I will say later in Elite Four, I found Pooh can kind of decimate some other pokes, but yeah, this was really all he had going for him. And even then, he can't one-shot the Sharpedo. Now, I did try to teach him Thunderbolt. I might even try that on screen, but I realized Pooh can't learn Thunderbolt. I don't know why he can learn Shockwave and not Thunderbolt. I wonder what the reasoning for that is, but yeah, he can't learn Thunderbolt, so Shockwave with its 60 base power, although it doesn't miss, which is nice, it's all we have to go for. So luckily we don't have to use it too much more than this. The other cool thing is I'm excited because I actually got through the entirety of the Elite Four without using a single potion. So that's going to be really cool because now we have all these potions left, so I don't really have to worry about if anybody dies mid-match. You know, I'll show off Bran here. Absol seems to be kind of frail. I'm not sure of his actual stats, but just playing through this, Bran with his decent special attack, but nothing really crazy, he can one-shot Absol at this level. So that's he can't. He did. He has been. Maybe that's that RNG. Who knows? But he has Citrus Berry, I believe. Yeah. So not bad. At least it takes him out of the full restore level. Interestingly, too, I think Sydney only has one full restore. I think all the Elite Four members only have one full restore. I think the next one might have two. I think I've seen her use two, but well, listen to what this loser has to say. You've got what it takes to go far. Now go on to the next room and enjoy your next battle. So, in case I didn't mention it, this guy, his Pokemon were dark, and each room is themed around a certain Pokemon type. For some reason, I don't know what those are supposed to be. They're like pillars. They look kind of like something like blocks that Psychic Pokemon would practice moving, but I don't really understand the relevance to darkness. Some of the later rooms don't look really, really cool, so I will give them that. But this guy, I don't know what his design choice was. He's not an interior design specialist. I don't know why I hear Arizona, because he's not really useful at all. Stop doing that. I'm trying to go up. And we're going to start with Majima Goro, because Goro is actually going to body this next girl. She specializes in ghost Pokemon, and I like her room. It's like the floor has kind of fallen out, so like ghost Pokemon would just kind of rise through it. And it looks kind of like the Lavender Town Tower if it was like old, decrepit and stuff. But here we go. Ahaha. This is Phoebe out of the Elite Four. I did my training on Mount Pyre. While I trained, I gained the ability to commune with ghost-type Pokemon. Yes, the bond I have developed with Pokemon is extremely tight. So, come on. Just try and see if we can even inflict damage. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I can inflict damage on your Pokemon. I love how also she has the flowers and she's super brown skinned. So I'm assuming she's Hawaiian. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, she shows up. Was she in Moon? I don't know why I think she was in Moon, but she probably wasn't. But I would be surprised if she's in, like, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Neither here nor there, though. One-shots all around. Like I said, Goro's very important in this battle. His Feint Attack plus Black Glasses is enough to, and, his OP levels is enough to speed through these guys. She has 2 Dusclops, 2 Bannettes, and a Sableye. I find that going with Bran on the second Dusclops is pretty good, because Dusclops, despite being a ghost Pokemon, and despite all of her Pokemon being ghosts, none of them have the Levitate ability. So he can use Earthquake, and Earthquake I think won't put him into the red or even the yellow where she will full restore. Yeah, so it's just enough where she won't full restore. So pretty much the next attack, even though I'm confused, the next attack I hit will kill, so that's nice. Occasionally Phoebe will switch out as well. I'm not sure of the parameters that cause her to switch out, but she will, and her Bannettes, even though their sprites are floating, they get hit with Earthquake, so it really doesn't even matter. But that should be, yep, that's it. So this Dusclops is the reason why I switched out. Goro can two-shot him. The problem is he knows Ice Beam, and a lot of times it seemed like she was getting freeze off on the Ice Beams. So I would send out Goro, hit her with one fan attack because he would outspeed the Dusclops, and then he would hit him with Ice Beam, and then he would straight up die. So, or he would freeze until he died. So that was no good. But Banette's, these are pretty easy one-shots. I think they have pretty low defenses. I would assume so. I mean, they're pretty small. Who knows? But yeah, Tim Minton, I'm gonna probably do this entirely in one video just because it's I feel like it's not even necessary to split this up because it's like I'm just gonna speed through them. I know the first 3 battles are gonna be just laughable. I mean, look at this. Like I'm decimating them, and it's sad because these Elite Four, because of their typing, there's dark, there's ghost, there's ice, there's dragon, and I won't spoil the final champion. But yeah, it's pretty interesting because you would think that those typings would be kind of hard to counter. I mean, dark, you can only hit them with like fighting, and then some of their dual types. Like this is a dark ghost type, and then fighting won't work on it. And all of Sydney's Pokemon have dual types, so it's pretty neat to. Okay, she's not gonna full restore. All of his Pokemon have dual types, so you can kind of type match, but their darkness gives them a little bit of a buffer for their defense and whatnot. So it's kind of cool. Like he could, have a pretty diverse team. Phoebe, yeah, she's not that tough because she mostly has Ghost Pokemon, and her Sableye is the only one with no weaknesses. So if you do bring in a Dark type, or even bring in a Dark type move, I probably could have used, what's his name, Flygon. Wow, we're pretty good. And we're gonna find. But then, like this next member, Glacier, she specializes in Ice types. And Ice, if you have a Rock type move, or Rock type Pokemon, it's pretty useful. And Fighting types. But Ice types are always scary because they throw off the hail, they get off Ice Beams and Blizzards and Sheer Colds and stuff. But here we go, Glacier. She's kind of like the Agatha slash. Oh, what's the other one? What's the other old lady? It's like Miriam or something. But she's like the patented old lady of the Elite Four in Hoenn. She got her purple dress on. Is that a cat in her arm? I never noticed that. But on her dress, those 2 little dots, and then like on the left side of her thigh, or the right side of her right thigh, that looks like a tail. I'm assuming that's a cat. I'm just calling that a cat. She leads with Lily, the evolution of Snowrunt. He always leads with Hail, so Hail sucks because it will take off a fraction of your HP every turn, and that's why it's also good to be super high level so you can one-shot these Pokemon. The longer you're here with her threat of Hail and her pretty solid, Ice type moves, she doesn't have a Pokemon with Sheer Cold. It's likely that you'll just get chip damaged away. You might get taken in the red, and Hail will finish you off. So it's kind of neat having Chubs. But this is why I buffed up Brick Break with the PP ups, because I'm pretty much just going to one-shot all or 3 of her next 4 Pokemon. She has 2 Celios and a Wailorant, or 2 Celios, another Glalie, and a Wailorant. So 2 Glalies, 2 Celios, and a Wailorant. They all are part Ice at least. Celios Water and Ice. And so Celio just can't stand up to the Brick Break, which is nice because she even has Glalie that has, what is it? It's like a special defense barrier move and a defense barrier move, whatever they're called, like barrier and reflect or whatever the 2 are called. And she will use those, but Brick Break goes right through those, so it's pretty useful. So we're never actually in danger of dying here, as long as Chubbs doesn't get frozen, which he outspeeds pretty much all of her Pokemon, so I don't even think it's possible. Which, I feel kind of bad because as a kid, the Elite Four was always super tough, because going into them, you probably are level 45. That's generally where I end most of my playthroughs with my Pokemon. Sometimes I'll use just 5 Pokemon, sometimes I'll use 6, but generally I'll have like level 45 Pokemon. And that's never really been enough. I also tend to use a lot like Flygon a lot, and despite how cool Flygon is, Flygon just, and I've noticed playing through this, he's the reason, like he's higher level because I did just kind of force him to be out there and get experience, but he's not that hard of a hitter. I got Dragon Claw because Dragon Breath, while a good move for its paralyzation and whatnot, and it actually can kind of combo with Chubbs here because, oh god, critical hit, we're gonna kill him, though, it's all good. But this is what I'm talking about with Hail, it wouldn't have killed me there, but it would have taken me to the red and potentially killed me with her next move if I was lower level. But yeah, Flygon he's my favorite Pokemon, but he's not that useful. Like, his attack isn't that crazy. His special attack isn't crazy. I think his speed's pretty good. So he did outspeed a lot of the Pokemon that I fought here. Oh, she does have 2 Full Restores. That's nice. You're just kind of wasting my Vital Throw, or my Brick Breaks rather. I should have used Vital Throw because I won't use that later in the Elite Four. But we have Ethers and whatnot, so all good. Yeah, so it's kind of unfortunate because let's go Earthquake. Oh, nice. That's clean. It's kind of unfortunate because I do like using Flygon, but he just doesn't get the job done. Even in this next Elite Four member who's Dragon, you know, Dragon is good on Dragon. He's not good enough. Like, he's good, but he's not good enough. Advance to the next room, and there confirm the truly fearsome side of the Pokemon League. Alright, so don't fast forward. We'll heal up Chubbs. I don't even think I'll use Chubbs in this next battle unless it's most definitely necessary. Hit him with that Soda Pop, yeah. I'm actually going to lead with Pooh Bear, because this is one of the pokes that Pooh Bear can actually, you know, do some good damage against. And that should be nice. Oh, I didn't even mention, yeah, I love her room. It's like the little ice blocks and whatnot. Now, this guy's room, what is this? He has freaking spikes. Like, if I fall, you just murdered a 10-year-old kid. Like, what is that? Because that's not, I mean, that's definitely a pit. That's not a wall and you're looking down under it, because then nobody could see it. But that's creepy. Alright, we're going to talk to this guy from the left. The last of the Pokemon League. Elite Four, Drake, the Dragon Master. In their natural state, Pokemon are wild, living things. They are free. At times, they hinder us. At times, they help us. For us to battle with Pokemon's partners, do you know what it takes? Do you know what is needed? If you don't, then you'll never prevail over me. Arrgh, he's a captain. So he's out here shirtless. He looks kind of scrawny, though. I'm not going to lie. He should have been, like, super buff. Because he's like that captain who has a peg leg and a freaking hook for a hand. But he has 5 Pokemon, of course. All Dragon types. 1 dual, or actually 3 dual types. Shelgon here, or is it 4? I don't even know, dude. But Shelgon, yeah, he'll use Protect. Protect is kind of cheesy. It's kind of cheese because it just prolongs the inevitable. Haven't seen Protect in a while, actually. Who had Protect? Oh, it was Flannery with her Torkoal had Protect. But yeah, that's why I like to use Pooh Bear there, because he can get some good experience in. Now, Flygon, he has a Flygon. You would think I'd love to Flygon Ditto him, but we're not going to do that. We are not going to Flygon Ditto him. We are going to actually send out Bran. This is where we got Ice Beam with 16 PP. Hopefully he doesn't paralyze. If we do, we have a couple fours. Come on, man! It's all good. I will heal him in between. I might swap out, because he has 2 Flygons. Both can be one-shot, so that's the problem. I had to delete Waterfall, because Bran, even though his attack is better, it just didn't seem like his attack stat could get through a lot of the defenses of most of the Elite Four. So I ended up using Surf on a lot of guys to train, and then Ice Beam here just comes in so much handy. So actually, when I was traveling, I had to put Bran back into my box, because I needed somebody with Surf and Waterfall to get to, like, Meteor Fall through Meteor Falls, and to get through some of Victory Road again to get some items. And it turns out that I had to delete pretty much all of Kyogre's beastly moveset. So, like, no more Hydro Pump, no more... wow! Dragon Raid, or Dragon Dance really doesn't outspeed my Pinscher. That's crazy. But yeah, so we had to delete all of Kyogre's moves to give him, like, Surf, Waterfall, Rock Smash, and Strength, I believe. Who did she say was going to use? Flygon? Sure, we'll send out Pooh. I'll just revive him. Pretty much Pooh and... what's his name? Pooh and Goro... no, Pooh and the other guy. Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy? I can't remember his name. I'll see in a second. Pooh and Swalot, whatever his name is. Arizona. They're pretty much going to be meat shields for the last Elite Four member. Pretty much Bran is actually just going to steamroll through most of the final Elite Four. Now let's see if Psychic can actually do anything here. But yeah, I'm gonna heal up Pooh at the end of the battle. Don't do that. I'm gonna heal up Pooh at the end of the battle just so he can, you know, maybe get a Psychic off if necessary. It's not gonna be really useful at all. Oh, Dig, really? That's fine. God, this is taking so long. I really just want to finish this, but I might stop the recording after this, because we'll do the whole Elite Four and then we'll finish the champion in the next one. You know, let's just do this. I don't have time for this. Bring out Bran. He can take the hit. He won't get hit by Sandstorm because he's part ground, so that's nice. And his defense is good enough at this point where he won't. Yeah, that's nothing. And Ice Beam. Oh my god, you evasion noob! Like, this is so unnecessary. This is incredibly unnecessary because it's just, you're evading. I'm gonna one-shot you. If you hadn't paralyzed me in the first place, I would have one-shot you. Something to note that his flight on this one, I believe it has flamethrower, because at times I was trying to train my my Majima Goro, my Cacturn against him, just trying to get him some needle arms in, because he is part ground, and it worked fine, but flamethrower would pretty much decimate Cacturn, so it wasn't really worth it. Alright, Salamence. Salamence can be taken out one of two ways. You can either use Dragon Claw, it seems to be pretty good against Salamence, or, you know, Ice Beam, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to send Ice Beam. Because Ice Beam is super... Come on, man! Why do you know... Well, I guess you'd have to fly away, but you pretty much live in this room, dude. Fly, that shouldn't do too much at all. Okay. And Ice Beam with quad effectiveness. No stab, but quad effectiveness, that should do a number on Salamence. Yes, that's an Oko. That's an Oko. And with that, we have completed the Elite Four. We have earned most of our money. Well, no, we haven't really earned any of our money back. Chubb still has the amulet coin, so it's kind of useful because I did make a decent amount of money to, you know, keep replenishing my freaking potions and whatnot. But let's just heal up. Let's heal up, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire. In the next episode, we will, part 45, part 44, we will finish off the champion and see what lies in store for the main character. We're just going to end off. We're going to end off standing in this corner, you know, strategizing, doing whatever we do, thinking about what's coming up next. Once again, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.